welcome, everybody. Welcome to BeoTalk 182.
Right on.
Since Willie is ashamed, we thought we'd make him feel at home by just being heads tonight.
Fuck off, guys. Okay, I'll sit up. Jesus Lord. And Mike can't do it because he's got a motorized desk.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything. It's easy.
He just presses a button. Oh, shit. Okay.
There we are. As per usual, if you want a guaranteed answer to your question in our topic, a super chat is very appreciated and guarantees the answer. Smash the like and subscribe button. Also, links to HENRIK'S channel, Willie's lonely social media page are down below. He always says he's going to make a YouTube channel, but
at some point, hope dies the last, bro. Hope dies the last.
As soon as like another video platform is bigger than YouTube, Willie will make a YouTube channel, something like that.
That's right.
And yeah, that's about it so far. How have you been, Henrik? How was your
week? Been good. Been out doing a new video with a new shape installation with one of the guys that's been on my channel before. He decided to upgrade from some speakers to more speakers, and I'm about to do that in edit. So that has been going on. Then it's just been a lot of work, fun. And then I am trying to figure out how to run this Christmas from, I usually do some crazy stuff every December.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I do it, I think, wait, that is a very good idea by doing this. And every time I do it, it's a shitload of work. And I'm trying to figure out like a way to do it so it will look professionally and fun and to get people to participate, to win a lot of stuff, but then also not burden myself with lots of work. So I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. Then might do a BOTF, Bang & Olufsen collaborate Christmas sweater. I'm not sure yet, but we're working on it. That'd be cool. Kind of fun. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. A lot of work.
Yeah, I remember that from last year. Like, ooh, that'll be good. And then it's like 2 hours every day of work for posting and tagging and all that nonsense. It's like, God damn it.
It is a lot of work.
Maybe you can set up a Word document before time where it's copy-paste for the tags and that sort of thing.
I did that last year. So that was not the big issue. The big issue was also to keep track of all the pictures and keep track of every person who actually wrote to me and participated. And then out of a sudden, every Sunday, I decided, let's do a live session to pick a winner. And it was just a lot of work.
Yeah, I get that. It's a bit much.
But I'll try to overdo myself this year again, of course. So I mean, it will probably just end up taking more time and be more extravagant and fun. So let's hope so.
Yeah, that's good. I've been dumping fucking storage locker like there's no tomorrow. It takes a lot of time to list shit on eBay, bro. Like to take pictures of all the stuff and put it in there. It's very time consuming, but also rewarding.
So what all did you sell?
I sold things that I didn't think I ever would, quite honestly. Like I sold a wall bracket for a Beosystem 3, Beolab 11 wall bracket with no screws. I don't know where they went. I had some STB bracket stuff. For some reason, I can't fucking get rid of the Beosound 5s. I have 3 of them. I have 3 Beosound 5s. They just don't move. And yeah, weird shit like wall brackets for BO4s, blah, blah, blah. Just crazy stuff. And there's a whole bunch more here that it still needs to be moved. but a lot of it is it's nice, and it's lessening the footprint of all the stuff that I own in the storage locker, because my goal is to basically get rid of the storage locker by the end of the year.
So how full is it? Is it still
Well,
like you can barely walk in? Is it like that scene from
no.
what you call it, Terminator 2, where you open the door and it's like rows of shit?
No, it's not that bad anymore. I basically, the only thing that is really big there is a table stand for the 55 Avant and my winter tires, which are going to have to go on pretty quick because we got like fucking 2 inches of snow.
Yeah, for
already.
anybody that doesn't live in the fucking Arctic, it's what is it, -1 now at the moment for you?
It's -1, but it's nice and sunny, so you can still, go outside in a short sleeve. It's not that bad. I know for some people it's just unbelievably cold, but not here.
Yeah,
It's fine. I'll take the cold over the rain any day of the week.
It's
So
that's a bit too much. Sorry.
But yeah, I ordered a stage. It showed up. I had to chase it because UPS guy fucked up. And I actually fucked up because I went to get some cardboard boxes from Audi, and I left the phone in the car while I was rolling the freaking boxes in the car, and that's when the phone rang with the doorman trying to get in, or UPS guy trying to get in. But I got the stage, haven't opened it. But one thing that I did notice, other than spilling fucking orange juice all over my Halo, is I don't know if whoever owns this, do you guys notice that it clicks louder now? Like,
I hear that. It's being cancelled out.
Right on. Yeah, I think mine is, it just sounds a little different, but for some reason it keeps looking for the level which I had deleted from the app and the thing. And what I might do just on the air, I'll just fucking factory reset the damn thing and see what happens. Because I don't know.
Maybe it got some orange juice inside the speaker.
No, that would be way too deep, buddy. See,
Yeah.
like, but it only shows 3 products on my remote or on the app, but on the Halo it actually still shows level for some reason.
Would be nice if at one point you can control that BeoPlay V1 of yours,
I can.
but only for audio sources.
Yeah, for now. But okay, here's a peculiar thing. If I play music from the core, or the shape, right? But it's a core. Let's just face the fact of what the product is. If it pushes the music and I join my bathroom or I join the kitchen,
Yeah,
I can skip tracks on the Halo. If I play from the office, which is the moment, I'm no longer able to skip tracks.
Don't use the moment.
Hey, nobody asked you nothing. But
Brendan had a good idea. Willie, did you set up the level with a Google Home app? It could very well possibly be in the Google app still. Have you removed it from there, the level?
No, I did not. For fuck's sake. Okay, let's see. I think, it must be there still.
Probably. I can never get rid of all my old products. It always takes like 3 fucking tries. And are you sure? And but we would really love to hear your voice, that sort of thing. It's like, no, god damn it, get away from me.
Didn't even argue, bro. Just said device removed. Let's go see if I get more than one level in here.
You probably still have to reset it. Or at least reset it, if not factory reset.
I'll probably have to neuter the Halo. Because I don't have the level. Oh, there's another one.
Tech help for Willie. Willie has a new B&O product and it's like, I don't know what to do with this. It's all too techy.
That's bullshit techie, man. I like the old school, the BeoLink app thing going on here. Now you gotta like, this bullshit is so inquisitive everywhere. I don't know. It still shows it. Fuck it, dude. It's over. I'll just leave it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a level in there forever and ever. Maybe if I reboot the bloody thing, let's just do that.
Have you guys seen the new icons for all the products in the app?
Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which icons?
All the icons for when you go into multi-room, now it's not just drawings of speakers and stuff, it's actually pictures of the products.
Oh shit, it is too indeed. I like.
Well, since you have
Very
your phone
nice.
up, you can show us.
Hold on, man. I need to pull up something.
Boomer tech.
Fuck off. Okay. There we go. I just need to pull up a room that had all of it. See, like that's pretty slick. I still think that B&O should make the Halo talk to the Lab 90s and 50s.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you should be able to pick the speaker things.
Wait, Henrik, is that an actual like Essence, or is that the Essence remote that shows up in yours?
That is an Essence Mark II.
So what do you have driving that? Is that in the bedroom or in Hamilton's room or something?
Hamilton's room.
Oh, interesting.
It's for the Lab 5000.
Oh, that makes total sense. I for some reason I always thought you had another core there.
No, the core is on the floor here, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use it for.
Another tape
shape.
reel?
Another shape.
Yeah, but where?
I was thinking about just pulling everything out of it and then build it into the Beogram.
Yeah.
Take it out of the box and put it in a Beogram?
Yep.
Why not?
So
That would
USB-C,
work.
fuck, why not? That would work.
I'm not sure, but I haven't got around to it. And then
Because surely the plastic is not a heatsink.
no. It's just a print board inside of it. But I haven't really got around to it. But I still have it, so I could build another shape if I want to, or something else. Because the Celestial in the entranceway is run by a Essence Mark II as well, but I'm thinking about getting Celestial in the other side of the house, and that could be run by the core.
Yeah, I think I don't know, they should make something sexier than the fucking core. That's what I think.
Yes. It should also do more and have more PowerLink outputs, quite honestly. I mean, you need at least two.
Mm-hmm. Well, because any, like, whatever, 8000s, 3s, those are single, they're not daisy chainable PowerLink, right?
Nor
So
BLO 28. Well, they are, but you need a splitter for the Ethernet cable. Which is kind of...
So there's two network cables, but one PowerLink, right?
Yes.
How the fuck does that make sense? So then, do you have to connect in between the speakers? Do you connect with a network link cable, like, or is it just still a PowerLink cable, basically? If you daisy chain, or can you daisy chain?
No, if you
like,
daisy chain, you go from the TV or other source into one of those 1 to 2 splitters, and then into one and the other.
So the question is, like, do they do the same or similar thing that the 50s and 90s do, where if you connect the network cable between them?
Nope.
No.
Which is still weird to me, but...
That is a little silly.
That's a feature.
As Danes would call it. 2 network ports for what? What are you going to put a fucking hotspot in there?
No, one of them is a DPL, right?
Yeah, but that's still not active.
Okay, what is DPL really, other than
future
I'm not
use?
Gonna get future use? Because there's like they have DPL. They've had DPL since late 90s, I guess, right? That was the first thing that had DPL, and then the core had the DPL on it. Because the Moment didn't have it, right? It was just PowerLinks. I don't think even BeoSystem 4. No, that was all PowerLink output. So I don't understand. Like the only where I see that works is between 50s and 90s speakers as a DPL. That's where it actually works, I guess. Right? But it's only between the speakers. It's not from to the speaker.
So B&O has a splitter like this that you'll get.
Yeah, but you can buy one on Amazon. Actually, buy a handful of them for. I think I bought 10 of them or 5 of them for $15, something like that.
Yeah, but you want the B&O logo. That makes it better.
It does not.
It's high performance plastic at that point.
Fucking high performance bullshit. You know what? Like I actually bought them because all of my mom's house that I used Cat 7s to run as Masterlink. So then I'm gonna use these little RJ needles to split it all up, or I mean not split it up, to join it all together. So she can have her BV7 and the 3500 and the 2000, whatever else have you there going on, and the BV9 that I left her too. I'm gonna give her the 8000s for her housewarming. Here you go, Ma. I'm sick of looking at him in my fucking foyer. I sound like a dick, but that's where they're standing right now.
So is that house ever going to get finished with these current issues of supply chain and whatnot?
December 7th is her possession date, finally.
And that's non-negotiable?
No, that's set now already. Like, they already did the drywall finally. Like, they're doing the kitchens, I think, this week in all the units. Okay. So that's why I'm pushing all this stuff out, so I can basically move in as least as I need to into her basement, because I'm not paying for storage anymore once she moves out, and I don't have that much. Like, the biggest thing right now that I have in the storage is the box for the Avant. I don't have the box for the 90s, which is at my friend's place, so I got to pick it up from her because it's in her basement, and that would be the biggest things. And then depends on what happens and how it happens. You know, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, well, interesting. I hope that all goes well.
I hope so too. I need to cut the cost down on storage because there's no point for it.
Speaking of boxes, Lenny has had a lot of them
recently.
Yeah, I mean it's
They're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes at least.
So there's the grill, the floor stand. I don't know what the top long one is.
The stage insert.
Or stage insert, I guess. Really? You put the stage inside yourself? No, you don't.
No.
Wait, so what is in the frame already?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not like a fucking Kinder Egg surprise that you gotta, like, you know, assemble half of it on your bed.
Well, the 28s are out.
Yeah, 28s are intricate, man. This is just a TV with the soundbar in it.
Yeah, except it looks a heck of a lot nicer. I mean, I take it you still like your contour.
Yeah, I have used it for maybe 2 hours more.
Well, it helps if you're at home and actually in bed at some point.
So, I don't understand. So, is this his picture too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so he got a contour and a stage, and a 55-inch TV.
Well, he got it bare bones everything, so not no, like Lenny says, you have to assemble everything. Like if you got the frame with the stage in it, then your dealer did that at his shop before he transported it to you.
What? So
No.
That's how I understood it at my dealer too.
Nope.
I'm perplexed. So what the fuck is this now? So you get the wood base, then you get the TV panel, then you get the stage, and then you get an Allen key?
Well, if you don't want your dealer to do it, then yes.
Never, ever heard of this.
I am fucking shocked, bro.
I mean, Lenny is like us, where everything must be self-assembled.
No.
What the fuck?
Nope.
Really?
My
They
my
left us some
came
for
my
free.
came sealed and everything, and it was in the box, and everything was assembled.
Maybe they
This
changed
is like,
something then.
where'd you buy this fucking TV on Honey?
Never. Bang & Olufsen is never going to sell a contour where you have to assemble it yourself. Never,
You
ever.
got that shit on fucking Wish or something, bro?
You can
Like,
see the frame is empty.
Yep,
no
no,
shit,
never.
Sherlock.
Never, ever. Never.
How the fuck did you score that, man? And you can like put your own together. I'm shocked, bro. That's fucked up, man.
Maybe they
Never.
changed something since you had it, but this is how he received it. As you can see, there's no speaker in there.
Did he get money for getting it? He
I
definitely didn't pay for it.
I do think he got a very good deal, yes. But he didn't get money.
I'm gonna call the fucking guys in Montreal and
Never.
Vancouver and find out if they actually like
Bang
have
&
to put this
Olufsen
together.
would never. I need to check something. Bang & Olufsen would never do this, in my opinion. I need to figure out if that's true.
If that's true, that's fucked up, man. Like that's the newest low we've ever gotten to.
Yeah, like Lenny says, his dealer wanted to assemble it for him, but he chose not to. He chose to want to do it himself, which I praise. I like that sort of idea. And
I'm just shocked that this is how it fucking comes, bro.
to
For,
my
what,
understanding, this is
$7,000
the
TV?
norm. This is why it didn't stand out to me, because I thought this was the normal way it went.
I've been around this fucking brand for over a quarter century, man. Never seen that before.
I mean, he documented everything, so it's not like he's lying. I'm showing you the fucking proof.
I'm not fucking denying it, man. I'm just shocked that they just do it like that. This is like, you know, we'll just.
I mean, if you enhance, he's clearly looking at the install video from B&O at the back.
What?
Props to you, Lenny. I would have done the same. Let me do this shit myself. It can't be that hard. And it's not.
I just checked with Bang & Olufsen.
Yes.
And it is true that the shop will get it like Lenny has got it here, but they may not sell it to the end customer like this at all.
Oh, well, it seems like you lucked out, Lenny, that your dealer likes you and he trusted you to do this.
And right now
I'm
they're
just still
actually
shocked that
asking
they
which
do that.
shop it is, so they know, because they have seen it once before.
Yeah.
They want to know which shop it is.
It's a good thing you didn't tell us yet. I'm not telling. Mum's the word. Because
I'm
surely this is good.
They do it.
Surely, if you're into your B&O and building this sort of stuff, it's fun to do it yourself. To have it down to almost the bare components. I know what the protocol is.
No, you're completely wrong. This is not fun at all. Think about buying a pair of 50s or 90s. Oh, you have to assemble the membranes yourself and glue the things together. And
it's just gonna come like a fucking Revell kit or something, right? Fuck off.
This is so crazy.
I don't like it.
I mean, this video right here, right now, that you're airing, Mikey, will definitely hurt Bang & Olufsen, like a lot. This is something that never can happen. I mean, you cannot ship the frame, the inside of the stage, to a customer and send the panel as well, and then you have to put on your white gloves and assemble it. Fuck no.
Well, he asked for it and he got it.
Jesus.
I'm just surprised that they would do it. And I'm actually surprised that it comes like that, to be very honest. I thought when you order, like, so if I ordered a contour, I would get fucking 4 boxes.
Well, as a customer, no, apparently. As a dealer, yes.
Well, as a dealer, I would, but I would be shocked. That's definitely weird how they do that now. Like I didn't know that this TV is basically a fucking IKEA set.
I mean, Lenny asked specific to get this,
Yes.
but I mean, Lenny, I'm pretty sure that your dealer told you not to show the pictures as well. Because this is crazy. Like crazy.
If
This
so,
is-
I'm unaware of it.
This is not supposed to get out. I'm pretty sure.
But if
Yeah,
you
I
had a
know that
contour,
that's-
couldn't you just open it up and and literally reverse it?
Sure.
Okay.
So does that mean that the screen is then replaceable or upgradable?
You could use a CX and the C1 and whatever with the TV, yes, as long as the stage knows and works with the TV, yes.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just shocked that that's how it's done.
He didn't say anything about it. Just so I guess.
I'm pretty sure that somebody will tell him something about this. Because this is I mean, yeah, as Brian says, kudos to you, Lenny. I mean, it's good job, man, but I'm pretty sure that this is not the way they should do business.
I don't know. Well, to each their own, I guess. I'm just surprised that they fucking ship it like that. I honestly thought that this TV was fully assembled when it gets to your house.
It will never. I just asked Bang & Olufsen. It's never supposed to be at the end customer in this assembly as it is right here.
In that
The
stage,
screen
yeah.
is inside, and the stage contour fitment is inside, and everything is put together. Just not the grill, and that's it.
So how
And
was
the back,
yours
and the
sealed
back
then?
parts.
How was yours sealed then if they fucking had to build your
Inside of the inside, but they have probably sealed it themselves. But inside the brown Bang & Olufsen cardboard box.
Okay.
Well, okay. I still commend Lenny for doing it himself. Like, but how is it because somehow it's not known that the contour is more or less a chassis with a stage underneath, or why? Like,
No, but the contour is a done TV. It's a done product. I mean, that's a product you buy.
I thought that's how it fucking comes out of the factory. Like, you know, you open the box and here's the contour, you put a grill on it, just like I guess Avant 55 when you pull it out of the box and you stick it on a floor stand or a table stand or whatever. I just didn't know that this is that's how it comes. It's a little disappointing to me that as a dealer you have to fucking build a TV.
Willie, you shouldn't be disappointed because I mean this is not how it will be shipped to the end customer at all.
No, I understand that, Henrik. But for me, what's disappointing is that as a dealer, okay, so the cost of this TV, it's let's say fucking $7,000, right? Whatever it is. I shouldn't spend my installer's time, probably one or two people, if I want to be efficient about it and not risk product damage, to fucking build a TV before we go for an install, right? That's a little ludicrous to me. Like I don't agree with that.
If it was my dealer, if I was the dealer, I would never send this to the end customer. Even if Lenny told me that he wants to assemble it, I would say, well, you need to disassemble it and then you need to assemble it again, because I need to know that everything works when it leaves my shop. And that's how it's supposed to be. This is just ludicrous.
Surprised that that's how it fucking. I'm just surprised that that's how it comes in.
Oh, I'm not. Everybody knows that it's just a LG panel and a stage in a beautiful boxing. I mean, that's not a secret at all.
Yeah, but I thought that the fucking boxing was done in like Denmark or Czech Republic or whatever the fuck factory this is coming out of, not, you know, in the back bench of a shop.
No,
because resealing it.
No, because Willie, you need to take into consideration that you need to be able to upgrade the panels. You need to be able to Then if it was done in Denmark and every contour had a CX panel, and now everyone is shipped with a C1 panel or whatever, then it needs to be sent back to Denmark, changed. Now the local dealer can change it themselves with the
No, I agree with you on changing the panels by a local dealer. I just don't agree with the original TV coming out of the fucking box within 3 boxes. Okay, that's what I don't agree with. I think this TV should have been assembled, delivered to the dealer assembled, with possibility to be reassembled with a newer panel or whatever else have you.
But the Eclipse doesn't come assembled, the Harmony doesn't come assembled, and the Contour doesn't either. But then, I mean, this is a frame TV. This is a standalone product. This is something that should be assembled by the dealer.
But okay, so to Eclipse doesn't come together. Yes, I understand that. I agree with you. But then again, you have it sold as a TV that is basically 2 pieces anyways, where this has always been introduced as a fucking standalone television, right? There was no, you can have a different colors of the sound center, right? Panel doesn't change. This is the same thing. Like, I just don't understand that. Why does it not come in to the store already pre-assembled, like done, like as a fucking TV with option to be upgraded, taken apart, display, and put a new display in, whatever.
This is a 55, right?
Yes.
Lenny, can you tell me about the covers that is on the back of the TV? Are they straight as they should be, or is they a little bit crooked on one of the sides?
Where do you maybe we can see it in a picture?
Because on the 48-inch, it's flushed, like really tight. But I haven't seen it tight on a 55-inch.
What do you mean, which cover?
There's covers on top of the cables, so you can't see the cables behind.
That's what you mean. I don't think I have a picture of that.
Okay.
But it's nicely cable managed. I think this is the first time we have 3 different opinions. Willie can't believe that it's delivered like this. You're like, it shouldn't be delivered like this. And I'm sitting here like, I don't understand the commotion. I thought this was known by everybody.
Oh, it's not because that it's not known, because everybody should know if they know just a little bit about what they're buying. But I mean,
fuck.
Think about buying. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's an LG panel or a Samsung panel, Philips panel, whatever. Think about buying a BV11 and you get like an empty frame and you need to put in the speakers and connect them and then the panel in, and I mean,
yeah, okay, but that's like
it's only Molex connectors, bro. It's fine.
I mean, that's a whole different type of TV, though. This is quite literally. I mean, I don't want to sound derogatory about it because I do like it, but in essence, it's a stage with an LG panel in a nice B&O frame, and I commend it for that. So it's not exactly rocket science because the hard parts are in the actual panel, which comes as a whole, and the stage part, which comes as a whole, and you need the Ethernet connection and an HDMI connection, and you're there.
I still don't agree with it. For the fucking money that you pay for it, it should be assembled.
Agreed.
It should come together.
But he specifically asked for not to.
But they should never agree to
I understand
deliver
that.
It like this.
I understand that now, but he
that
was happy
be
that
an option. I understand where you're coming from, Mikey, but to me, that shouldn't even be a fucking option.
No, never.
For the dealer to get it like that, in my eyes. Like, it shouldn't even...
So what about if you want to buy a pair of Lab 90s? And I want them specific not to put every speaker into the cabinet. I want to do that myself.
No,
is that
that's
okay?
Insane. Crowns. Like, let's say you want to put all the fucking crowns in by yourself. That's a little more realistic than doing the speakers type of thing, right? But then, like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't like it, BNO. I don't like it. I fucking don't like it, man. Don't send that shit out like that, bro. That's terrible news. I don't like it.
Well, Lenny asked for it. I commend him for it. For crying out loud.
You
I
know
like
what? I'm
tinkering.
not,
I like that he shared it as well.
but I ain't tossing Lenny under a bus or nothing.
No, I know
just
you're not,
fucking,
but
I don't agree with the way that this comes for the money that you pay for it.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, and kudos to Lenny for doing this. I think his dealer is a dumbass, but that's just my opinion. And yeah,
I just can't believe BNO sent it like that. Anyways, next topic. Fuck it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
like Lenny
This
says,
got
but
me
this is
going
what I
worse
call
than
customer
Berluti.
service. If I wanted to have it this way, then I think this is how it should be. I sort of agree. Like this, you're not asking to like fucking fine tune 90s or whatever. I mean, it's basically giant Lego, and there's not a whole lot that in essence can go wrong with this.
No, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that the dealer's wrong. I just think BNO's wrong for even sending that stuff the way it is supposed to. Like, it should have just been an assembled fucking TV. All you get to do as a customer, I don't give a fuck how skilled you are. You put a grill on a goddamn speaker cover. That's it.
but where is the line where it's okay and it's not okay?
Where's what line? This is not okay, bro.
No,
That's
I
the
agree.
line.
I
Drop that
totally agree.
shit
This
already.
is not okay, but Mikey thinks it's okay. So where is the line? Because Mikey says that it's not okay with the 90s. So where is the line?
What would
When
you
is it
self-assemble?
okay and when is it not okay? I mean, Lenny, I'm not saying he's a dumbass. Well, I am saying he's a dumbass, but that's my opinion, and I totally respect you for doing this, and I think it's just kudos to you. I just think that this hurts more than it gives in the end, and I think that it's so sad that some customers, no, not customers, some dealers would go that extra mile for doing stuff like this when they're not supposed to, and I just think that that it's so sad. I do respect everything you do and what you have done, and good job. I just don't agree with the dealer at all.
I mean,
I
to
I
put
don't
it
disagree or
like
agree with.
Brendan says over on the Twitch side of things, like, what if you're like in Texas or whatever, right, and you have to order this from New York? I would be less confident that the panel and everything survives in one piece than all sent separately.
Then you haven't seen the packaging.
Sure, but even so, like, I mean, if it's all packaged by itself, like the TV is basically drop proof more or less in its own box. So is the rest of it. Like, I mean, if you I don't know, let's say you buy.
I mean,
if
Denmark has sent contours to Italy while it was assembled, so I mean, it's not a big deal. It's packed as they usually pack them with the Beovision 11 and 14 and Avant and whatnot.
Well,
like
Henrik, sorry,
fucking
Willie
like
didn't
it,
have
man.
good experiences with that.
I just
Like, how often did you get a broken screen on your BV14 when you had one?
me?
Ever.
Yeah.
I go fucking 3 in a row. But then Habib or whatever the fuck his name is, whoever had a driver's license, a hole in their ass, and a fucking 1-ton truck, that's the people they hired when they fucked off from Hellman. They hired Kuhn and Hagel, whatever the goofy ass name it is, and then they just brought the shit to Toronto, dropped it off at the port, and then whoever, like I said, had whatever truck, that's how they delivered it. And I had two screens. Well, TV came, but fucked, and with the glass like literally on the bottom of the box. But also, BNO really fucked up on packaging those TVs, because they swapped from like styrofoam to like they had these like tough plastic bumpers or like inflatable, little whatever the fuck that didn't work. But I don't know. That was the only time that I had bad experience with shipping, but that was more or less that was global. That wasn't fucking just me. Like that, Vancouver had the same issue, Toronto had the same issue, and they were still open. Like I've talked to a whole bunch of people that had problems with those TVs being shipped because the packaging BNO chose was fucked. But I don't know. I still like if I were as a dealer, let's say, and I'm in fucking New York and I'm shipping this to Brandon in Texas somewhere, then I would still fucking assemble the TV. I was like just fucking experience would be like you bought a B&O TV, not on the next episode of put it together yourself and a fucking USB stick with a YouTube video. Good luck, charms, and
I mean,
It should just say IKEA on the side.
I mean, Stig and Brendan, for that matter, both installed their own harmonies. I mean, Stig did it wall mounted by himself, which was like I guess his Iron Man Danish Viking coming out with. And Brendan did something similar. He's in Texas, so.
Okay, so the problem that I have with this is that came literally in fucking parts, man. Where you buy a harmony, then you have a stand, right? Like the fucking it's done. Like you're not going there screwing the pistons and actuators together.
On top.
You put the screen on top, and then you fucking finish off the makeup with the goddamn 2 panels. That's it. Bob's your uncle, bro. That's not like it doesn't come like that, man. Like it's not like you bought a fucking Audi and oh yeah, by the way, you gotta install the back seats yourself. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's how it comes now.
For like, Brendan in chat, could you answer us if because the stand of the sound center for the rotating floor stand has different feet than the regular floor stand. Is that pre-installed or did you have to switch that over? We'll wait for his reply.
So, yeah, I
totally agree with you, Willie. I don't care with the harmony and the Eclipse because you put it on top. You put the TV literally on top. This is something different, in my opinion.
That's assembling the fucking whole thing, dude.
Yes.
I don't like that idea. Like that.
But I mean, I would never recommend people to do the harmony by themselves either. I mean, just to align the speakers when it goes up and down and whatnot, I would never do that.
Also, I give not just the Lenny kudos, but I'll give his fucking dealer kudos because he definitely trusts the shit out of you in order to give you that, so you don't fuck it up. Because it could have been some, you drop a fucking screw on it, boom, there's a nick on your fucking aluminum. Well, now you got to look at that, and you can't replace it because you fucking asked for it.
Brendan just came back to us, and when his harmony got there, first he had to turn it upside down to get the rotating floor stand feet on it. Is that okay? He did it himself. He's in North America. Yeah. He would have had to fly somebody out like 2,000 miles or whatever it is, which is not cheap. I mean, it's not hard to do.
My biggest deal about this is, and that's by having the YouTube channel and being on the forum and stuff, that is that the people with the most questions is the people that don't know what they're doing. And I bought a stage and I didn't want to pay the 500 Danish kroner or 100 euros to get a guy to set it up for me. So how do I connect this? Where does the Ethernet goes? How do I connect the Beo Remote 1? How do I get it into my app? Why does Spotify Connect doesn't work? And what not? And the next thing is that then they want to do the harmony. I saw a harmony where I went out to a guy and he was just like, yeah, I installed it myself. And I said, well, that's good job, man. It's not easy. And then I saw it. And I mean, there was a gap between the speakers and everything. It was just awful. And I mean, that hurt the brand more than
having a pro.
Like it's not a high-end brand when you do these kind of things. So every time people on the forum ask me, I want to buy an Eclipse, should I do the installment myself? I want to buy a whatever TV, or I want to do the installment by myself. And I said, just get the dealer to get a technician to do it for you. I mean, they use a few hours, they will leave it as is, and you'll get the remote, you'll get an introduction, everything will work when they leave. That's just, in my opinion, that's how a high-end brand should be.
I think that's the part of the service altogether. Like,
Exactly. It's
I
part of
think
the
it's more or
sale.
less about the experience and how you get it delivered to your house and shit than actually buying a fucking thing.
I mean, this is something that should be, and I don't even think that it should be a price besides the product. I think it should be a part of the product. That installment is a part of it. I know there is some issues with a few countries where they have some limitations by not being around and whatnot, but in normal places, this should be a part of it. The installment should be a part of it because
Yeah, but
it's the luxurious.
Europeans perceive it differently than North Americans, though, because North Americans, they have to expect to fucking pay for the service no matter what. Like, it's never been negotiated into the deal, and quite honestly, there's really not enough money in it to make it fucking part of the deal, right? And then it depends, like, where do you draw the line of how much you do for free and where you fucking charge for it. So I just charge for all of it, because then it just doesn't differentiate it. Okay, well, you bought a TV and that's an installed for free, but if you're pre-wiring a fucking house, I gotta charge you for it, right? Even though you bought the cables, like, it's not, I'm not fucking, they're not gonna whittle themselves through the wood on their own. Like, you still gotta put that work in it. So I don't know. I think there's a fine line between this is obviously a very unique situation, and I'm kind of glad that this totally just fucking stirred the soup up all the way.
Yeah, and I'm still here. Like, I totally get what you just said, Henrik, and that would be my standard advice. But if you're supremely confident with your ability to put this together, which he was, because he sort of got how it all worked, and if you accept the risk of, like, if I drop it, if I nick it, that's on me, not on the dealer or on the brand, then go for it. I mean, that needs to be obviously very clear. But if I go to my dealer and say I want to do this myself, and he says, "Well, you break it, you bought it," and I say yes, then surely that should suffice.
Yeah, but I still, see, I'm a, like, as a B&O dealer, I don't care if you swipe the card and the fucking money cleared, and then you're just gonna roll it down the fucking stairs. I would still be heartbroken seeing it happen.
Sure, but somebody asked for it and he wanted to.
So
I don't get the fuss. Well, I sort of hear what you're saying, but I don't.
To me, the fuss is that fucking thing should be fully assembled for that much money, bro. That's it. That's the end of the fucking story. There shouldn't be a bag of screws.
Again, you're saying something else than us do, but also I'm saying something else than you do. I mean, he did fucking great in the end. It looks fantastic.
I'm not knocking his job, work, or skill and talent, bro. I'm saying that should never have happened to him in his life. Like, that shouldn't even have entered the dealer's door.
Brendan on Twitch says, "We found Henrik's Berluti."
That is true. I mean, I totally respect everything about this. I'm just saying that the dealer should never have said, let's get this TV out of the door to Lenny's house and let him assemble it himself. Never.
I agree, man. I don't think the dealer should even have an ability to lay his eyeballs on this TV in that state. Period. Hire a couple more fucking checks or whatever, wherever this is getting screwed together. And fucking
maybe Lenny is just very American. He thought, I have a First Amendment right. In there it says freedom of assembly.
There's your freedom of assembly, I guess. Fuck. Shit.
Very good one, Max.
It looks good though. But I still think that the back plates are not done right. But you have to look into that, Lenny. I would recommend you to go to your dealers to see how the 48-inch looks, and then take a look at your own and see if it's right or wrong.
You're gonna be putting sticky tape on the back of the bitch. Now that you know how to take it apart.
So I put a poll in, is anybody shocked by the contour? And it's 2/3 no.
I like it.
I put a poll in, is anybody shocked by the contour? And it's 2/3 no. So I guess it's making a mountain of a molehill to an extent.
I mean, people know what's inside of a Contour, right?
Of course. I just don't like the way that it comes. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm heartbroken, bro, because I thought this fucking thing was like assembled, like it was fully assembled, like you bought a B&O TV. It's not like you bought a V1 with 2 fucking shells and a screen and 2 pegs, right? Like it all came together. You just had to get a feed on it or whatever. But it really hurts the cost perception of the TV for me. That's what it hurts the most.
Yeah, but wasn't that always already in question? I mean, last Monday we had a giant conversation about contours with Lenny and or with others, and even last Sunday, where I mean, as a price proposition, a stage and any LG panel is a better price proposition, quite honestly. But if you want the beauty, and this is something even you said last week, is like, if you have the money for like a second TV or something like that, and you want it to match everything else, go contour if you can, if you can spare it.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, it does look a lot nicer, but as a price proposition, it's a bit of a weird one when the stage is out there by itself. I mean, I keep on saying, like, I like the contour. There's no argument about that. But in terms of price and functionality, personally, I'd just buy a stage again. I mean, it just so happens I bought my stage when there was no contour, but I don't think the contour, if it was there, could have swayed me for a bedroom TV.
But the Contour looks just so much nicer than the stage with the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not arguing that at all. That wins it hands down in terms of looks, but in terms of how much you care for the looks versus the price, for me, as a bedroom TV, I care quite a bit about the price.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I'm a dumbass. I mean, and I'm totally agreeing with you on that. I mean, it's stupid money, and I did it. Don't do it. I mean,
it looks fucking great.
my TV has been running, I think maybe 6 or 8 hours now, and it's just dumb money. But it looks good.
I mean,
I like the way it looks over there, man.
It looks great as a main TV in a room like this as well.
I just don't agree with the fucking how it got there, but
I mean, I bet you it sounds fucking great as well in a room that's sort of this size.
I'm sure it would. I'm stoked. I have a stage actually sitting in the foyer, standing in the foyer right now. So I haven't even unpacked it, but I want.
That's for next birthday gift.
That's right. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but yeah, dude. I don't know. That definitely ruffled my feathers, and also kind of I have an issue with the cost of the TV for how it comes. That's my only things.
You're quoted, "I'm a dumbass banging over some Technics for 2021 1031."
I'm gonna redo the studio before the 1st of January, and I'm gonna put it up here.
Ray Richmond says, I suppose you have to claim individually from LG and B&O instead of B&O a single product, correct? No, not correct. If you buy everything from B&O, aka as you buy a contour, all your warranties go through B&O. Your B&O dealer is now also an official licensed LG repair center. And I'm not sure if this is region dependent, but here in the Netherlands anyway, if you buy your Harmony with your LG from your dealer, you get 2 year more warranty than the standard LG warranty. Which is actually, yes, you could buy the panel at a big box store for cheaper, but I'd rather have the 2 years warranty more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Denmark, they pretty much have the same price point as the other electronic dealers, but you get 2 more years of warranty, which is pretty cool.
I mean, it's not nothing because you're basically doubling the warranty to what, like nearly 5 years or something?
5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, but in your experience, other than I guess the Avant, how many TVs actually die within first 3 years of B&O's warranty?
Oh, B&O, a lot of them, but LG, none.
The thing
I've
though
had
is that
very few
with
issues.
Shots fired.
No, I disagree with you, Henrik. I fucking the only like other than
I'm
Avants,
fucking
because
with you.
the Avants were shitty built. They cooked, but you never really like 3 year warranty. Like even some remember the Beovision 10s? They had 5 year, or Beovision 11, I think, when Tua announced it was a 5 year warranty. They fucked it. Like those TVs are 7 years old, never an issue.
You will never have an issue with the Harmony Bellucci edition. That will run for 30 years.
Fucking right. Just
Maybe
don't touch
40.
the grills. God damn.
well, I mean, the only I don't know if this is still the case, but with the older OLEDs like the B6, C6, and C7, that sort of, and what is it, the year before, they had issues around the 4 year, maybe 5 year mark. I think LG has gotten a lot better.
Yes.
But it's nice that you're potentially covered for any of those circumstances.
Yeah, and then it's nice that if it does go wrong, then you can just go and buy a new panel and put it in.
Also, you can go to your dealer. You don't have to go to Best Buy or your big box store or whatever.
And you don't need to get to the service repair shop place to pay overpriced for a panel shift. And I mean, think about an Eclipse Gen 1 with the C7 panel, which was customarily made by LG and Bang & Olufsen. I mean, those panels are like a lot of money today, which kind of sucks because you buy a C7 panel and you could buy like the newest 77-inch instead for the same price.
Yeah. Well, I think the Mark II Eclipse is the way to go, I guess.
Agreed.
Very much agreed. But if you watch mostly 4K sources and or apps and stuff like that, especially if the input is high resolution, the difference is minimal, because mostly where the newer panels are markedly better is the upscaling.
Yeah, and it has a few more nits in peak brightness, but that's about it. I've been seeing what is it? Is it C1, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the C1 besides the CX panel, and the only difference was I had to stand really close, and it was a bit brighter, and that was it.
They're
already so bright though. Like
yeah, I mean, I couldn't, and it's the same with the C9. The C9 CX wasn't that big of a deal. The CX C1 is not that big of a deal. The biggest deal is, like, I wanted the CX because I wanted 4K 120 hertz for my Xbox Series X. That you can't have on the C9, but I'm not gonna get a C1 just because it has 200 nits peak brightness more than the other, because you can't really see the difference anyway. So
I mean, my C9 still blinds me on occasion.
Exactly.
And that's with power savings on and stuff like that. Like if you turn all the power savings off, it's like, especially at night, you're like watching like, there.
Oh, I don't have I don't even think that I can put on power savings on my screen anymore, actually.
Did they
I think
calibrate that out of it or something?
Yeah, that's grayed out after the calibrations.
That's good.
Yeah. You shouldn't use that, Mikey.
Why would you want power saving?
Because it's too fucking bright otherwise.
Put some sunglasses on. Go hug a tree, man. Fucking turn it off.
These are tinted glasses.
All black and shit. You can't go anywhere when you watch a movie because it's too dark.
But it does get really bright.
I remember the Eclipse when I still had the Eclipse. Like some of the parts, like when you watch like sunrise in a movie, right? Like when it goes from a dark scene to like it's literally blinding.
What was the first movie on Netflix which has Dolby Vision, or was it HDR? I can't remember. It was a Will Smith movie, as I remember. Do you guys remember?
No.
There was some parts where they actually walked past like sunrise behind some windows, and it looks awful. It was like overdone, a lot of overdone. But I can't remember what the name of the movie was.
Bright? By any
Yeah.
chance?
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With the monster dude.
Yeah. That is the worst. I mean, it was the same when they came out with Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. I mean, everything was going into the ceiling speakers, and it was like, why do we want a guitar over our head right now and drums and stuff? And it was the same with this Bright movie on Netflix. It was like, let's see how much power we can get out of the screens, and it looks awful.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. And plus, it was blue light most of the time.
It sucked.
It was that headache-inducing light that came from the screen. Maybe a question you know, but I'm not sure if you know. But I've been like, sort of trying to nudge my dealer, like, come on, make Bang & Olufsen do the C183-inch panel, please. And so far, I've come to the sort of answer is B&O doesn't really want to work with the C range. Do you have any idea why? Just because they think the back is prettier?
I don't know.
Because the answer I got was more or less that for the bigger sizes, they like the GX or the G1 versions, which I understand to a point. But like, if you look at my TV, like, I couldn't care less what the back of my TV looks like.
I don't think that Bang & Olufsen is gonna work with the C version much longer, and that is because that the G version looks much better.
Yeah, but only on the back and side a little bit.
Also on the side.
I can't say I'm too fussed about it, but I would definitely, like, if there was an Harmony C1 83-inch, I would seriously consider that, because the 88-inch is like silly expensive.
Yeah, but that's because of the 8K thing. So that's because of the price point right now. But to look at its aesthetics, compared the C to the G, when you look at the G from the side, it just looks like a Bang & Olufsen TV. It's much more flush and it looks nicer, more robust as well, compared to the C.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't bend that panel.
No.
I guess I'll have to inquire about the what you call it, the custom division then. Like, could you guys make me some 83-inch matching panels?
Get the bespoke.
Yeah, because I mean it's amazing that I looked the other day and what was it? A 77-inch C1 was selling for like €4,500 at the moment. And I saw somewhere that they had a deal for an 83 and was €5,500. It's like, holy shit, those prices have come down. Because in C9 territory, like the 77-inch was the new big thing. And that was like $9,000 at launch, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, those prices of these enormous OLEDs have dropped like crazy.
I'm gonna factory reset my Halo. It's pissing me off.
And it's just one of these things where I think if B&O actually did do that, like if you're in the market for the very enormous TVs, the 83-inch one is so enormous, but not. It doesn't cost you a bloody kidney, so to say.
Agreed.
Because
I totally agree.
Because,
but I mean, I mean the 83, they should do it.
Yes,
I think so too. I think it makes more sense than the 88.
But the 83 is only 4K, right?
Yeah, what's plenty.
Yeah, and that's the reason why the 88 is so expensive.
I mean,
Because
you produce
88 is
video,
8K.
right? You for professionally as well. Would you care about 8K at the moment? I don't.
No.
Like even 4K at that size is still plenty.
Yes. I mean, 4K doesn't make sense in a normal living room in 65-inch. It maybe makes sense in a 77, but you actually have to get pretty large screen before it makes sense.
Actually, I was mistaken. €4,600 for a C1 83-inch panel. Like, holy shit, that's cheap.
Cool. Level is gone, baby.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say I need a bigger TV, but at this sort of price, it's mighty tempting.
But at the end of the day, like Ray says, what the fuck is there for content for 8K right now to consume?
YouTube.
Yeah,
And that's 8K.
And all the YouTube clips is not 8K, it just says 8K.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, Mikey, if you bought the 83-inch, I'm not even sure that Bang & Olufsen would actually make the covers for the TV in the bespoke department. I don't think so.
What would they have against it?
Because they will only do the 65, 77, and 88. I don't think that they will ever do this 83 before they decide to acknowledge that we should sell the 83.
I agree. I think that they're going to change the whole manufacturing process for those goofy 3 inches, right? Because their templates are not going to fit.
No,
wait,
exactly.
but isn't it just the top and the bottom one, and then just cutting everything a bit longer? Because
I don't think they will ever do this. Not before they sell it themselves.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a poll.
Can make all the
Should
polls you
B&O,
need, bro.
I'm gonna say no. And then when I've said no, I'm gonna end the poll.
That's it. I don't know. I don't think the 8K is a tragedy for me or a deal breaker of any kind.
No.
For the amount of what I consume as far as YouTube and all that shit, most of it is probably like glorified 1080p anyways.
Yeah,
so,
but like, I mean, the problem with the giant Harmony to me is literally the price, and that you're paying LG about 4 times as much as you're paying B&O at that point.
But that's only because of the panel.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just wait, I mean, they're gonna make a new 88 panel pretty soon, and then the old one you can get pretty cheap. So why not just wait and get the 88? Then you'll have the 8K as well.
Yeah, but everything needs 2 HDMI ins.
Yeah.
It's like, find the video source that has 2 HDMI outs just so you can put in double 4K. It's like, goddamn, that's stupid.
I think the 8K is nonsense, man. Like, we don't even have cables that talk fast enough to bring that information into a panel at this point of time.
Yes, we do.
From the source. What? HDMI? Double HDMI?
No, HDMI 2.1 is fine.
2.1 is 8K.
8K at 60?
So why the fuck is there 2 HDMIs
No,
going into the panel?
8K 30, I think.
Because the 8K or the HDMI ports on the Z1 or whatever ZX, whatever it is, LG uses is HDMI 2.0. And then you need to feed double HDMI into an upscaler.
So it's
8K 60. 2.1 is 8K 60.
Yeah.
Still, with my eyes, I don't think I could see the fucking 8K anyways.
Why? The whole point of more pixels is that you can be closer.
Yeah, how fucking close do you need to be to an 88-inch panel, bro? Like, that's... At what point do you do this watching movies? That's not comfortable. I don't know. There's a line
Well,
I
at
draw when
88
the screens
inches,
are
like if you
ridiculous.
watch like one of these talk shows where people just talk to each other, like whatever politics or whatnot, right?
No,
The
they're
head
the
is
fucking
larger
real
than in
size.
real life on a panel that size. That's
Of
always the
course.
funniest thing to me. I mean, when this first arrived, I made like a selfie with the TV, and the people on TV, like their heads were like this big.
Shit. I don't know, man. To me, I'm not a big TV nut, so for me, I'm still happy with the Avant, even though it's a dying breed now. Hopefully, apparently B&O now has finally gotten more boards, so no, not all the hope is lost yet for people that have their TVs cooked to death. But that's it. Thanks, Sandeep. Thanks for having my back, bro. So yeah, uh, I don't know. I
Generic
don't know what else to
enthusiast says,
say.
"Don't worry, it's big enough, ladies."
88-inch TV, it's insanity for me. Too much, too big. Even the 83, I think that I would top it off like you have. 77-inch would be probably the biggest that I would ever bother.
Yeah.
Like unless you have a huge space, then I understand,
I
right?
thought so too, but you get used to it so quickly. Like
Well, that's good then. Then you don't mind it, right?
yes, well, the first 2 weeks, maybe 3, it was like, holy fuck, this TV is enormous, and then gradually it went like, oh, it's just a TV. Oh, I can. It's actually nice. I can just see it properly from the dining room table.
Yeah, but same. Like if you let's say you go with the 88, like how much really is it gonna be a difference to you?
88 is big.
I know, but at the end of the day, like where you sitting all that night, you have to move your fucking head around to watch.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy big.
I like tennis. It makes me
Yeah, and then
feel like I'm there, man.
go to a chiropractor every Monday to fix your shit.
Well, since we can't leave the house possibly at the end of the year. Uh, anyway, like at least you're doing some exercise with an
Fuck.
HHD.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too big, man. Fucking raised his hand. That's weird. What is this new update that I'm missing? Oh, I can raise my hand too. There you go.
I think from my point of view, 77 is, but that's also taking my space into consideration.
I like that. I like the black and white or black and aluminum.
The tuxedo edition?
Yeah, that's very nice. Is it actually called Tuxedo Edition, or you just
No,
made
that
that
was
shit up?
I think I just came to say that on some Instagram post or something. But that was about it. It's not. I just called it the tuxedo. It's like the Dubai edition. Now everybody's
Mm,
freaking saying Dubai editions
But this
on
is
every
sexy
go.
though. This black,
I like it.
The
I do like
person
that a lot.
or the speakers?
both.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's quite a good singer.
I like that look a lot.
It
With
looks
the
amazing, right?
18s. Yeah. With the 18s, it looks really hot.
I mean, obviously Brian only has eyes for the bloody chair because he
Where's the
has what?
chair? Zoom out. Oh, I would like that chair. Isn't that the Corona chair or whatever they call it?
Yep.
They had those in B&O showrooms like in Chicago, I remember. Was it Chicago? No, San Francisco. But they were also inside of a Roche Bobois.
Whoever installed this should get like an extra bottle of beer because it's perfectly level at the top.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the speakers lined up perfectly. Very nice. I like it a lot. That's a very clean setup, I must say.
Yeah, it looks amazing, right?
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's supposed to look like. No fucking mess, no cables.
I'm thinking about getting that for my TV.
I think that
Think
would
about
look great in your living room.
Yeah, with the Prestige Creators covers on the 5s. Yeah, that will look stellar. So
That would look stellar.
yeah.
But
it's the Harmony is a sexy TV, and I will never be changed of that opinion ever. I don't think. And especially it's nice that you have something enormous like this, but then once it rests, it's all small, ladies.
I don't know. I like the way it is. Some say it should be level with the. I think that it would be too low for the speakers. Like you might as well just put them on the floor stands if you wanted to line them up with the top of the TV when it's off.
I don't think you'll get them that low.
No.
But I kind of see where you're going, and I also agree with you, because for the most of the time, the TV will be turned off, and you'll just listen to music. So it would be nice if it was down in that area. Plus, to get the tweeter down, not to be all the way up in. I don't mean that's 2 meters over the of the ground floor, right? So
yeah, do you have a picture of it folded or
no
turned off?
Maybe this guy is one of those crazy people that just disables the up and down motion.
Yeah.
And then it looks stellar like this forever.
Which would be crazy to do that, in my opinion, because that's the sexiest feature of the television is the motion.
I don't have a picture where it's folded, unfortunately. Sorry.
Shiitake mushrooms. It's all right. Fucking, let's get some likes. There's like 70 people watching. We got 24. Everybody joined too late. You missed the controversial argument in the beginning. But it was good times.
So the question about should B&O do an 83-inch Harmony is about 45, 55. That means
I don't
they
think many
should.
people care. I don't think many people care for the.
It's still a win in my
88.
eyes.
I think it's just, yeah, there's people that do like a huge screen, but in my opinion, in practical living, and I kind of think I believe that the TV looks disproportionate at 88-inch long.
Sure,
to the
but
lamellas.
like, even if you look at it from a more attainable price point, like the 88-inch is like 45 grand. If you are reasonable with the upselling and all that sort of stuff, B&O could sell the 83-inch for like 22.5, 25, something like that, in that range. I think they would sell way more 83s in that sense than 88 would ever be sold, just because it's so much more attainable. I mean, you get 95% of the screen real estate for half the price.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, and I see what you're saying about the 83, and I do think that it would make sense for Bang & Olufsen to be a part of the lineup from LG, because it does make sense.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, what I would like to see is a 77 Eclipse.
Don't you think that possibly looks weird with the things sticking out, and then you have like, because that may optically look even larger than the 77-inch Harmony?
It will look larger, yes, but I think it would look killer if you have the wall for it.
Would you still want it to work with the planetaries or the planetary stand, where it come out all the way and do that? Or would you then be okay with a different stand that just swings left, right a little bit like the Harmony?
I don't think that it will be able to get all the way around, because if you get larger than the 60, do you remember the 65-inch where, I mean, it was wiggly when it when it stopped?
Yeah, but they managed for the 85-inch Avant.
Yeah, but that is because that was much more heavy on, and that's why they also changed to the GX panels instead, which makes sense, because then you don't get that wiggly thing when it stops. So
77 would wiggle the son of a bitch out of it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stand needs to be wider at 77 inches. Absolutely.
They should reuse the one from the Avant. It's heavier.
I think
But I
somebody
mean,
told us last week that LG for next year has a 98-inch OLED planned. So I wonder.
I'd rather have a 40-inch contour, and then just Lenny with a screwdriver, and then we could all get 40-inch contours for the bedroom or kitchen areas and stuff.
Honest question, Willie. If there was a 40-inch contour, would you possibly think of changing over your Beoplay V1 at that point?
Yeah.
Because I think this is a bit more of a North American thing, but some houses here as well. Like for kitchen TVs, like 48 inches still kind of too large.
It's fucking big, dude.
Yeah, maybe even smaller. But I mean, at this moment, my problem is that if they had a 40-inch contour, I would buy it for the kitchen. But it's still a bit too big. So I'm actually thinking about, and I'm gonna see myself out after this, but I'm thinking about buying a Samsung Frame TV 32-inch and then put it on the wall with a lot of frames of pictures and stuff, and then with the Apple TV, and then just hook up a Beo Remote 1 with a Lentronic box, and then I'm out.
Why would you even need a Lentronic box?
Because I want to use my Beo Remote 1 for the shape as well.
Do you have a mute button? What the fuck?
I'm just saying, it looks fucking amazing.
I don't disagree, quite honestly. I'm just
I mean,
could I alter the proposition? What if you put a stage around or a shape around it, and then get Skinny Play to do pictures on your shape, and then have the shape be the speakers?
I would get Skinny Play to make my whole shape blue, and then Samsung logo in the middle.
So my TV in the kitchen is 32 inches now that I think of it. Like 40, I would still think that, like, if I wouldn't hang a V140 in my kitchen. That's too much. That's too big.
Yeah, I'm totally agreeing with you, Willie. And it was just, I want something smaller. I mean, 40 is okay. 32 would be amazing.
32 would be a great television, because that's something that, like, if they made it so it's a little more rugged, so it could be carried around per se, not carried around, but you know, it's something like a kid's TV type of thing also, right? Because, like, you don't need your children to have fucking 50-inch screens in their in their bedrooms.
Well, one thing, don't forget, like a V140 is a lot wider because it has like actual bezels still.
Yeah.
Like the contour has maybe contour, like that much over the OLED panel.
Yeah, but the contour is not a small TV either. I mean, it's thick.
It is thick.
With double
well,
C.
you have to have it thick. You have to have it thick for this. Like, there's got to be enough room for the speaker cavities, right? Like, and that has the sound. Like, it's just physics.
I'm just right
they need
now.
a different speaker system for that, anyway.
Right now, I'm looking at a contour, but I don't want a 48-inch. I want a 40-inch or a Samsung Frame TV 32-inch.
Why don't you just buy a used V1 for fuck's sakes? Get a 32.
I don't want a V1.
Why not? Too industrious look?
Yeah, I hate the look of the V1. I could go for the BV11.
Go old school, man. BV1032, man.
No, because that has network link. That doesn't have network link.
Yeah.
No, it's just Master Link TV. It's a standalone, bro. It's
but the Samsung doesn't have it either. But I can, with the Home Assistant, I can get some integration with my BeoLink gateway. I bet you I can control a Samsung TV with the BeoLiving Intelligence through the HAS.io server I have. But I just haven't figured it out yet. But I can do it. I know.
I don't know. I like my V1 where it is, and I actually, quite honestly, it gets way more use than the Avant with the 90s and such. If you watch morning fucking YouTube videos, I don't need the 90s to be hollering and whatnot. Plus, I'm also turned backwards if I wanted to watch it, where this one is right up front of my face.
Apparently, the frame's picture quality is a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
I mean, we're spoiled with OLED, quite honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Samsung TV sucks. The picture quality sucks, and I don't have anything good to say about it, unless the only thing I have to say good about it is that it looks like a frame, and it comes in 32 inches.
LG doesn't make any 32-inch panels?
Yeah, but I don't want it. I don't want it to look like a TV.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I either I want a fully Bang & Olufsen equipped TV, or I want something that just blends into the wall. I don't think you're right, Ray. I think that the new frame 32-inch is full HD. It was the old one that was only HD ready. It's
a pretty neat idea, actually. I'm looking at those TVs because I never really thought of it even.
And then you can change the frames and, I mean, put pictures up. And the cool thing is that we have cameras in the house, so you can pull up a camera to see if what's going on. And when you walk past it, it could go to cameras, or it could go to the smart home, whatever. And you could just show pictures from your Google account or your Synology Moments account or whatever.
Cool. Not something I'll ever do. Fucking Samsung in my house, god damn it.
I mean, I'm not too keen about it either. But I mean, for now, if this is the most crazy thing, because I'm figuring out how to rebuild the studio here. And one of the designs I have is wooden lamellas in walnut all over the place here. And then I want a Samsung 32-inch wall TV here, so I could put pictures up on it, and just think that it would be so cool to have a Bang & Olufsen YouTube channel and the Samsung TV on the fucking wall.
The insult.
Yeah, just the insult. I think that would be cool.
By the way, to get into the sort of semi-lost topic, I did something stupid during the week. I got sucked into a conversation on the forum about a potential stage Mark II, and I regret ever taking part in it now because clear communication over text is apparently impossible between a bunch of people, and apparently within dealers there's a rumor that there is a stage Mark II coming.
I've heard of it too.
I mean, for whatever it's worth, most of my contribution was, if you expect POWERLINK and that sort of thing, then whatever it's going to be will no longer be considered entry, because the DSSE board before the chip shortage was €900 or so for a repair cost module. So do that plus the current price of a stage, and yeah, you probably need an extra power supply to run it all, because the true image and that sort of thing, and you need a redesign because why would it ever just fit? I don't understand why people think that. And as an example, this is the innards of a Harmony, and you can sort of see what a DSSE board looks like. And that's not something you just jam into a stage and call it a day.
No, you do not.
I mean, for reference, it's about 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters. So that's quite a bit bigger than a stage even is. And, I mean, I don't know if you ever... Did you ever do a standalone video about the stage, Henrik? I mean, what seems to be my most top comment is, does it need a subwoofer, and can you attach a subwoofer? Which is, I sort of get, I don't think it needs it, unless you have a very big room. But then the discussion immediately comes out to, if my analysis of a stage Mark II, if it supposedly has POWERLINK and all that sort of shit, then it's easily going to be $5,000 because of the redesign. It all needs to fit. It needs to be bigger, yada, yada, yada. But even if the stage has a POWERLINK out with a Beolab 19, you're at $5,000 again. And that's hardly entry anymore.
I mean, the problem about the stage, and I mean, before the stage, let's say that after stage, the forum has gotten maybe 30% more people there because that was an entrance way to people. And because of ignorance, and now I have to be very, very careful what I'm saying, but because of ignorance, people used to think that when you buy a soundbar, you need a subwoofer because of Sonos. And
That's how Sonos sells it. Yeah.
Sonos sold the subwoofer, and then Sony sold the subwoofer, and then Philips and Samsung, whatever, sold the subwoofer. Bang & Olufsen made a product where you don't need a subwoofer if your room is not very big. But if you have a small room, it's nice. If you have a medium room, I mean, let's say Mikey's living room there behind him, that is too big for a stage, in my opinion. Yes, you can connect a subwoofer to a stage, but you have to do some wiggling around, and it's only possible if you use a Core, Apple TV, AirPlay, and then a subwoofer.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense because then you have to put it into a speaker group all the time. You have to connect the let's say
That's
BeoLab
not
2
user friendly at all.
into the
No.
Core, and then you can AirPlay to it. It is possible, but it's not very sleek, and it's not the design idea Bang & Olufsen had when they made this product. But I mean, the problem for me with the stage is that when you push the volume on the stage, the bass level goes down, which it does on the Contour as well. And that's the major difference between the Bang & Olufsen TVs and then the soundbar. But I do think the soundbar sounds amazing, and you don't need a subwoofer, in my opinion.
No, plus where like the whole thing. What's weird to me is people look at this like an entry level product, which the stage is, which I really like, and like I own a stage. I love the stage. I think it's fantastic, and my bedroom is like 4 by 4 meters, and it's way too powerful for a room that small.
Yes.
It would be probably underpowered for a room this size.
Yes.
So for a lot of people, it would be perfectly fine, and like a living room like Lenny's, that's more than adequate because the wall is quite close behind you.
I mean,
but however, let's say B&O makes a stage Mark II and it's simple and just has an RCA sub out. Is anybody willing to really buy a BeoLab 19 with a stage where you pay like 2.5x for the subwoofer alone?
No.
So wouldn't we then have to push B&O to first make an entry level subwoofer if we want anything to be entry level in this sort of realm?
I think that, I mean, we have a stage Contour in our bedroom, and that is 5.5 times 4.5 meters, and it is more than powerful enough for that as well. But I think that I don't think that's the problem. The problem is that people are bitching about the ability not to be able to play surround sound or connect more speakers to it. Well, then goddamn get out your wallet and buy a TV. I mean, the stage is a standalone product, and it's a good standalone product, and there has been a lot of people wanting a standalone product for a while now. I think it hits the head on the nail very, very good here. But I do understand why people needs and want more speakers, but it's not a speaker system. It's not a true image system.
But a lot of people that I find, especially in North America, that their perception of good sound is having a boomiest fucking bass possible. Like you need a lot of bass because that's their baseline essentially. And I think it's also cultural that a lot of people like the Sonos and all these little home theaters in a box where you get these little fucking trinket speakers, but you have a subwoofer that kind of makes you believe that it's a great and big system. I think those are the notions that and ideas that people carry with them into a product that is a stage. We're like, wow, fuck, this should have a subwoofer. Like, have you heard this yet, dickhead? No. So why are you even judging it? But a lot of people do that because it's just, well, it just needs to have more.
That is you're totally correct, Willie. And that is
So
the most people asking for a sub is the people that just have seen pictures of it and doesn't
Mhm.
know how it sounds.
yeah, then they haven't heard it, and like you really don't need it. And if it doesn't sound powerful enough, then you've got a fucking too big of a room for what it is. That's
Yeah,
just
and if you
bottom
need
line.
more power, then you need to buy a Beovision TV.
And quite honestly, even if that, like, let's say the stage sounds not too good in this room because it's too big, do you fucking really think that if you buy a Sonos with the subwoofer, which is basically the same power output, is gonna make any improvements? Maybe if you stick the sub in the corner so it gives you the fake more bass and by 6 dBs, but it's not gonna make it any better
Mm-mm.
than what. Like, you can't tie a whip out of horse shit, bro. It just
Yeah,
doesn't bind.
but I mean, this not to be a Debbie Downer, but like with these rumors going around, it also seems that the rumor is going around that we will somehow have a fully fledged Mark II stage or whatever with like at least 2 or 3 PowerLink outs and sub out, and this is just going to cost like a little bit more than the current price.
2,500 euros or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wake up.
this is like
Wake up, people.
like for like technically this is nigh on impossible to do, and secondly, if they were to do it, they would be giving it away at that point and not even breaking even on it, unless they expect it to sell like 100,000 or so. But let's be honest, B&O is not the company to sell that much.
It's pretty easy to do the math.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy. Go into Bang & Olufsen price list. What's the price of the sound center for the Eclipse?
I would rather have them
6,500 euro roughly.
There you go. That's the price.
And that's how I came to like $5,000 if you simplify it and keep it like not
You
glass.
could, yeah. I agree with you. It will be cheaper, but it's the same price because you need to put in the engine. You need to put everything into this little box that is in the sound center. So Bang & Olufsen is not going to make a new sound center where they say that, well, this is 50% less efficient than our normal models. They will never do that. Never, ever.
Vagabond asked, wouldn't it be easy to just add Weiser to the stage? Then you have total freedom. You end up with the same problem. You need true image processor. Because
same process.
Yeah, so you need the processor once again. You need most of the DSSE board. I mean, you can not put in the PowerLink physical plugs, but you need something to process how the signal runs round. Then you need an antenna as well. And that all needs to like somehow mesh in between all the electronic interference.
You could do it to add 2 more speakers left and right, but then you wouldn't use the center speaker. And that will be cheap. But when you have to manage left, center, right, surround, left, and a LFE channel, then you need a true image processor or some else decodings, and that just has a price point.
It would be only true image processor, because anything else then would have to license then.
Yeah, I mean, I also agree with Sandeep, like a stage 2 or stage Mark II is kind of the wrong name or way to think about it. Because with what people ask it to do, it's no longer entry product. You're basically saying, can I buy a Beovision without the vision bit?
I don't know why
I just don't understand why not just buy the sound center for the Eclipse. If you want the true image and you want a C1 panel, whatever, TV at your own size, put it on the wall, put the Eclipse sound center on the wall, and then just pull your cables.
I have a feeling partially it's because people are stuck in the like, I want a Panasonic, I want an LG, I want a Samsung because of brightness tests or otherwise.
They can still do that.
Yeah, but the integration changes a bit, right? Like the sound center is not so pleasantly controlled, especially not the Eclipse sound center, because it's specifically made for LG.
Yeah, but the Eclipse Mark II is just CC, so when you turn off the Eclipse, the panel will turn off as well. But yes, you cannot control the panel, but you can't do that either with the stage, right?
Yeah.
So.
But you can again with the LG, and
Yeah.
Personally, I think this is almost akin to the discussion like which panel do you buy, LG, Panasonic, or Samsung, or Sony. And it's like the margins for error are like so small that like the peripherals become way more important. Like I'm
Yeah,
happy
but
that we're not
if
on Android with this.
if you
Quite
want to
honestly.
use a Panasonic TV or a Sony, whatever, which is totally up to the end customer, that's fine. You can still connect it to the sound center of the Eclipse Mark II, but yes, you cannot control it with the Beer Remote One. That's true, but I mean, that's the way to go, and that's the price for a stage that is that can control surround sound if you want to.
I think they should just make a BeoSystem 5 that does 4K, and it's
It
got
doesn't even need to do
8
4K.
PL
It just needs to
outputs.
do pass through and or audio stripping. Like
Sam,
it doesn't even need a video engine nowadays anymore, because I quite honestly don't think B&O can improve on like even the lowest in the test, because they're so tightly knit about who has the best picture quality.
well, they don't even have the video department anymore.
Yeah, so you just need to
So
strip the audio out of the HDMIs, pass whatever picture through, and be able to sync the panel with the sound.
I still think that they should do pocket controllers as well, because that shit doesn't really work with some of the cable boxes, and there's still limitations, right? Like they shouldn't be just cocky enough, like, oh yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna do everything through ARC, and that's the end of it, and bend all and be all, and then you still have a little fucking cuppy thing with 17 remotes in it in a
Oh
living
yeah, I
room.
agree. Puck is very nice, and CEC works well. It just doesn't work well on everything. And
My problem
the
with the
thing you tend
CEC,
to use the most is the cable boxes from your providers, and they rarely ever work with CEC.
they rarely ever work. That's exactly the problem. Shit, my battery's fucking down.
And that's
over
where you
here.
need Puck, and that's where B&O is ahead of the curve, and always has been, in my opinion. That you can just, I mean, you can still request Puck tables to be made.
Yeah, but you can't fucking upload them into the new TVs, man. That's the problem.
No,
You just can't upload.
they come ready for download.
I know, but what if you have some puck that you need? Like I have some of the shop boxes here, right? Like the PVRs.
Yeah.
They're just so fucking difficult to control, or the menus, the way that B&O originally had done them, were all for BO4 before navigation fucking button, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's some things that, like, I have the puck tool, so I can change them, I can save them, but I no longer am able to upload them back into the TV. Like on the Avant, you stick a USB stick and goes, oh, there's a puck table here, or whatever the fuck you just plugged into me. Do you want to do something with it? Yes, I do. Click, download it, done. You can't do that from the Eclipse onwards. You can't do that, even with the godforsaken BV14s and the Horizon. You can't fucking download custom puck tables. So if you have something that doesn't exist, the puck table they don't have on the file, but you have it, too bad. Like these, I have a couple of clients that have these, like I call them the Mexi player or the Hindi player, because they watch their shit from back where they're from, right? But it's a fucking box that they look at like, oh, the fuck, where's a puck table for this, man?
Yeah, but you can send
so you can
the
rip
remote into B&O and they'll make you a puck table for it.
Dude, at the rate that it's going here with the B&O, I'd probably be luckier watching the remote float down the fucking Bow River than getting any response from them to get it done.
Yeah, but you send it to Denmark. You don't send it to New York.
Well, that's exactly it. I wouldn't send it to Denmark, because New York used to do it. Now I'm gonna send a remote all the way to fuck across the world to get ripped. How long it's gonna take? That's months again.
I think it's about 3 weeks or so.
I appreciate your optimism.
Well, they did hire a bunch of new software engineers. Surely they, because I think it was somewhere on the forum, somebody had a remote of some sort that nobody had a puck table for. He sent the remote in, they made him a puck table. And it was like 2-3 weeks or something like that.
Well, good on him.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's
this
from
is his
Europe,
interaction would be like, I've never used anything that was so out of place that where the puck table didn't exist for. So
Yeah, but I come across this shit as an installer, right? Like, you know, people have variety of gear.
Still?
Yeah.
Wow.
make us a list and we'll send it to B&O. Like, dudes, you're missing out. There's clients
That list can't be very large.
No.
I don't think so. But there's always some of these, like I said, these weird ass fucking 4K players that people get from I don't know where because they want to watch their, like, my buddy's wife, she fucking wants to watch her Mexican shows, right? And all this fucking telenovela shit that, like, I'd slit my fucking wrists watching 15 minutes into it. But no, that she lives for it, so and I had to figure out, like, oh, well, fuck. Terrible news. But that's just what it is, I guess.
Whoosh.
Fuck. No. Oh God. Yeah, there's still things that people, and it's surprisingly it's none of the Chinese clients. Because you would think that they would have some weird fucking Huawei shit that they, you know, like, get sent here.
It's all behind their giant firewall there. You can't get through it.
But it's usually brown and Mexican. They bring just the weirdest players.
Well, I mean, like I said, if it happens more than one or two people, you could just tell your clients, like, if you're willing to send this into B&O, they will make you a puck table if you ask them to.
Hmm?
Yeah,
like that.
I might have to do that.
It's again one of those services that somehow nobody seems to know about, yet is super handy if needed.
I mean, it took me like 4 hours to get a special Apple TV puck table sent out. It's pretty efficient.
Yeah, but you're like fucking down the street from the goddamn factory, man. I'm 11,000 kilometers.
No,
probably further.
No. Well,
I mean, I
just
send the mail to Georgie, and then Georgie makes a puck table, and then when it goes up, the remote goes down, and it's fun.
So, okay, so when they rip the pucks, do they actually just put it on their database and then you can find it there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I still believe that the puck controllers shouldn't be obsoleted from B&O's platform. There is puck tables still on the.
I use CEC for my Apple TV on my Harmony, but
Yeah, but Apple TV works fucking solid though.
No, it's not.
Really?
I'm going to install the puck cable when I get around to it, because you know you have a puck table for your Apple TV, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you have when you push the green button, then you get the menu button.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't do that on CEC. Which
oh no!
Freaking sucks, because I use that.
How do you get the menu?
You can't.
That's fucking backwards.
You can go back. That's it. But then you can, when you keep going back, then the new thing is that you get all these flying images, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back in the days, when you push back, then you get to that back menu when you push the green button on your remote. So I can't get into that menu anymore.
That's weird. So what, if you press and hold back long, it doesn't go all the way back?
Nope. And then you have the other menu that when you can, if you have a smart home, you can go to HomeKit and connect to cameras and stuff. I can't get that menu either.
That is weird.
Yeah, but again, if you're willing to send in the remote of the device that you need a puck cable for, B&O will actually do it. I mean, you do need to ask them. You can't just sort of go like...
Well...
like their Wi-Fi isn't that strong that far away.
But like that, you know, like going to me being where I live, that was something that was done here in Chicago, right? Where the B&O actually had a goddamn proper office and things were running like they're supposed to. Where now, I don't know how many people there are in the service, really.
In Chicago, nobody, isn't there?
No, it's Vancouver. It's New York that's going to be the only It's gonna be the only place. I don't even know. Is there still a store in Chicago, or they shut that down too? I don't remember.
No, there's no store in Chicago. I googled several times and
That's insane. I don't know why they wouldn't do it.
I don't know. Everything's New York now. It's either West Coast or East Coast, and was it maybe one shop in the middle?
Hmm.
It's. I mean, this is like.
Can I ban you, Mikey?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna try.
What's going on?
I did it, I think.
What, you banned Mikey?
Did I?
I don't know.
Did the stream stop now?
No.
No.
Oh, by the way, the poll is now 49-51. It just changed over, so it's still 41 no. It was 51 no. So B&O should really consider doing an 83-inch harmony.
I have a question, because now all your messages is actually hide on my screen. I can't see what you've been writing. I can't unblock you. Okay, that's gonna be fun.
The fuck are you guys doing?
I just quoted Chris Jansen with him quoting Henrik, and you see, it's literally quoted.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that on the Christmas shirt.
Oh, dumbass. You could probably buy those in, like, what is it, Spencer's Gifts, or what's those? San Francisco, the store? That was like one of those crazy shops that used to exist here.
I think there's one in Portland still, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if it
was,
but like it's weird. There's so few and far in between in America.
It almost makes you wonder why. Like, is it really not that marketable of a product here?
I don't get it. Like, Chicago is enormous, and there's so many banks there. Like, there's plenty of people that make massive money because those apartments are absolutely not cheap.
Yeah, but I also think it goes hand in hand with the perception of wealth in North America. A lot of people would buy a very expensive car. They'll buy a house they can afford, but it's too many rooms to even do anything with. Like, I think that's the perception of, like, how people see it here, that, you know, I'm doing well because I can show it.
But like the penthouses in the high rises in Chicago, like, they're like 700 square meter of house in an apartment. But it's like, yeah, you get 14 bathrooms.
If you watch those, like, if you watch those $1 million renos and whatever, right, or $1 million mansions and shit, you know, like, people, oh yeah, this is a granite fucking mantle that was $100,000 to carve out of whatever the fuck the quarry was in Italy, and over top of it is a piece of shit 65-inch Samsung with not even a sound bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the house is a few $1 million, and the electronics are just abysmal in the entire place.
And all the in-ceiling speakers is those 100-volt systems.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this.
Exactly, like you're fucking paging somebody in Home Depot.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't like it, but that's.
But like, they all have fake tits. I like that though.
That's right. But I just don't understand. Like, people don't see the value in it. Like, a lot of North American perception on electronics, I believe, is that why the fuck would I buy that when I can just buy it a year cheaper? Or, you know, it's that Costco mentality where it's not less is more. And the consumerism here is just, you know, like, there is no rhyme and reason for you to buy another fucking TV when you bought one last year on the Boxing Day, but you're gonna do it because it's just like that one is just a little bit better, like, right? And at the end of the day, like, I watch some people that invest or waste so much money that if I compare it to my one-time investment to a B&O TV that I've had now for 6-7 years, you know, I'm ahead. And it still looks fucking better than their shit. But that's just the way that people perceive it here, you know. Like, doesn't matter if you have a 65-inch screen and the 75 comes out. Fuck the 65. Sell it on Kijiji or something. I'm gonna be back in line on a Black Friday to get myself a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's a sad state of affairs. I mean, I don't get it either. It's then again, is it totally surprising when the TVs are all like sort of this high?
Yeah, but
I mean, I kind of wanted to do that, but it seemed inappropriate.
Megan had a good point when she was talking. I don't know that she made it a while back that, you know, in America the TVs are mounted higher because everybody's reclining these fucking lazy boys. So
That's
you
why
are
you need
more or less
straws,
like,
because you can't drink like this.
fucking might as well just, yeah, it's like you're sitting in a goddamn dentist chair, man. But that's how people relax here, right? Everybody just reclines and put their feet up, and that's it, you know. I don't know. It's different. It's a different like perception. Even when people come to the stores, like, oh my gosh, your TVs are so low to the ground. Fuck you mean? They're 26 inches off the damn, like, you know, it's not sitting
I
on the
will only
ground.
buy that TV if you can put it on the wall and it has to be over the
The fireplace. Oh my god, I've done so many of those, and then they wonder, like, doesn't the heat affect it? I'm like, doesn't it? Fucking dumbass.
That was one of the first installs of the Harmony I actually saw, was over a fireplace.
Really?
Yes, they wall mounted it above a fireplace.
That's fucking insane. I remember that picture. That was utterly
that is
stupid.
where the installer should say no.
Yeah, I'd fuck that. No.
For anybody listening that has a TV over the fireplace, your poor
Damn you to hell.
TV, please put it lower. Your TV will thank you. Your neck will thank you.
Yeah, but the problem is that the goddamn best spot in the house is where the fucking fireplace always sits, right?
Yeah.
So you can't, like, you know, now you put it to the side, looks like a fucking orphan over there on its own, right? Now the speakers don't, like, it's fucking...
The problem
even
is
gonna
that
go
the
there.
fireplace has that centralized space in the living room, right?
Yeah.
And that's sad.
And you can't do anything about it. And quite honestly, it's a gas-powered fireplace because people are too retarded to handle fucking burning wood in their houses now. And I agree with it completely, because if I had some retard next to me, you know, throwing logs in the fire pit, and I don't do that, I don't know. I don't see it change in here at all. Like, this is just the way it is in North America. Put fucking TV above the fireplace, and that's the end of it.
It's totally normal.
If you put it lower, it'll catch fire.
But I mean, it's in the same country where it's normal to have a cinema room where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different screens to watch a football game, right?
Yeah.
And not a cinema room, but they call it a cinema room.
Oh yeah, when they have like the wet bar with 17 different screens and everything's showing the same fucking thing.
Yep. It's stupid. I know.
I know people like that.
I can't find that bloody picture. I'll try and find it for next week somewhere, because it was I think that dude also had 90s or something, and it was like a separate level where you had like the fireplace and then like steps up, and then there was a 90 and then a 90 lower or something like that. It's just like, what the fuck's going on here? I'll try and find it for next week somewhere. I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if I still have it, but I have too many pictures to just browse through in a few minutes.
It's like,
thank you, Ron. Ron says my TV and speakers are mounted on a proper height, and I live in North America.
Right on. Get yourself a cookie from the jar. You earned one today.
Yeah, I have a drink on this.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Are we tomorrow on Twitch again, Willie?
Oh yeah.
Okay, in that case, just so everybody knows, and I'm gonna call it because we're after 10. I hope everybody liked the show. Thumbs up if you did. Thank you very much for watching. Link to Henrik's stuff is down below. There will also be a link to his channel, obviously. If Brandon feels up like doing the timestamps once again, thank you very much, dear Brandon. And if you can't deal without timestamps, just wait a minute. And yes, see you all in the next one. Have a good week. See you tomorrow on Twitch. And bye.
Bye.